Welcome, YouTubers, fellow survivalists, and preppers. Another discussion of a bunker build. A lot of people live in apartment complexes. So there's many ways of doing this. So I'm just going to cover what's on my mind. Now, if you live in an apartment complex, what you do, you have your front door. You pull back from your front door. You pile your sandbags up there. Only so many people can come through that front door at one time. Just like the Spartans, that to me, I call that Hell's Gate. It's a funnel. So you back away from your front door, you put your sandbags up. When someone breaches your front door, you stay behind your sandbags, and that's your fighting position. Now, be responsible. If you're in that environment, you don't want a projectile weapon that's going to go through the bad guys and get your neighbor, because that just made you a bad guy. I don't like bad guys, okay? So if you're going to use a firearm, the shotgun is great, because it hopefully won't go through the bad guys and get your neighbors sitting at their dinner table minding their own business. Behind your sandbags, they breach your front door, you get them with the shotgun. If you have a pistol, use hollow points. They tend to mushroom out when they hit. That way they won't go through and you hit an innocent person living across from you. Because when you pull that trigger, you can't undo that. And regardless of what happens, you are responsible for what you send downrange. And if you hit an innocent person, that's on you. You're going to have to live with that. So, like I said, you back away from your door, put your sandbags up. Now, also know this. If you got security cameras, that's great, because you can see what's on the other side of that door, and you can literally shoot somebody right through the door. You don't have to wait for them to breach. You look at your security monitors, oh, they're on the X, right through the door. And usually if you take a few of them out, a lot of them, they'll cut and run. They're like, oh, hell, we're out of here, man. This guy ain't playing. Or a woman. A firearm levels the playing field. Doesn't matter if you're 90 years old. As long as you have the strength to do this, you can win that fight. So, if you live in an apartment complex and you have neighbors, don't hit an innocent person. Don't become the bad guy. Be responsible. If you have a firearm, you really need to train with it so you know its limitations. Such as a shotgun, each shotguns are different. It's all according to how long that barrel is how big your pattern will be. Now, like if I lived in an apartment complex and I wasn't trained as well as I am, just say I was a regular person, birdshot, it'll peel the skin right off their face, blind them, but it won't get your neighbors. Because if I lived in an apartment complex and I got lead coming through and hitting my family, I don't care what the situation is, I'm going to get you. So you need to train to understand, what your pattern is on your shotgun. Choose your ammunition wisely for the situation. In an apartment, a shotgun is more safer because it tends to not penetrate so much, where it'll hit the bad guy and not go through them, especially birdshot. They're close enough, it'll just peel the skin right off of them and it'll blind them. Because you are responsible. Anything you send downrange, that's on you. Like I said, if you're in an apartment, back away, put your sandbags up there. When they come in, put a stop to it. Now, if you live in a trailer, you need to understand, even a small caliber weapon will go from stem to stern in that trailer. So I would put sandbags under the window. That way you can see out, and you can fight, and then you can duck down under them sandbags when incoming is coming in. Now here's a little primitive trick. If you live in a trailer where your front door is on the inside of your home, cut a hole in the floor and put a piece of wood there that is removable. And if you know that somebody's going to come in on you, you just remove that piece of wood, get you some rebarb, sharpen the tips of it, stick it in the ground. When they come through that front door, and they're not going to expect this, when they come through that front door, they're going to fall through the hole, and that rebarb is going to do all the work for you. I just thought I'd put that out there. Like I said, there's many ways to build a bunker. You can build a bunker inside your home. You can build a fighting position inside your home. That way, if they make it in, you got somewhere to fall back to and fight. And if you get body armor, it's a big help. Body armor has saved my life. I got scars because it still hurts, but you don't die. I just thought I'd make this quick video of where you can build a stronghold inside your home. You can put sandbags anywhere you want and fight from that position. Just use your imagination. Run scenarios through your head. What if, what if, what if? That way you already have a plan. That way you're not trying to figure out what the hell am I going to do, what the hell am I going to do. You already know what you're going to do. if your wife will allow it, go ahead and have the sandbags on standby. You know, if you're like me and you have a very understanding wife, she lets me do whatever the hell I want to do because she's highly trained. I train her a lot. You know, sometimes I'd work security and I wear an earpiece and I'd have her just dressed like a regular person, put her up on a high spot, and she would be my shot caller, so to speak. She would be my eyes. She would say, hey, watch your back. Something's going on over here. Something's going on over there. Teamwork. And cameras really help out a lot. I preferred cameras with wires. That way they can't be hacked and somebody can't see what you're seeing. If you have a wireless camera system, it can be hacked and they virtually see what you see. But, you know, just think outside the box. There is no box. Use your imagination. Run scenarios through your head. That way you already have a plan. You don't want to try to come up with something at the last minute when it's too late. You can build a stronghold anywhere. In an apartment. Be responsible. Use a crossbow if you're not allowed to have a gun. Crossbows are great. And you can have more than one because it takes a minute to load a crossbow. That's why I like a regular bow. You know, it's quicker to reload. But with a crossbow, you can have 4 or 5, however many you can afford sitting around. You just grab it, send it down range, grab another one, send it down the range. Use your imagination. But think practically. Don't be unrealistic. Try to be realistic about the situation. But no matter how bad it gets, if you've already thought thoroughly through what you're going to do, and you practice it, you drill it, when something happens, you just do it. You don't think about it. If you're sitting there thinking, you have already lost. It just has to be a reaction. And also remember this. If something is hard to get into, it's hard to get out of. You always want an exit strategy. And sometimes you're like, damn, I got to get the hell out of here. Well, if you've boxed yourself in so well to where it's really hard for them to get in, well, it's going to be hard for you to get out. So just run scenarios through your head. Go down to Home Depot, buy you some sandbags. Move them around, you know, set them here. Think about, well, this angle. Think about that angle. If I lived in a trailer, I would have sandbags under the windowsill and sandbags on the sides. That way you can stand to the side of that window and still fight. Because they're thinking you're in a trailer, they're just going to shoot you right through the wall. That's what I would do. But if you got those sandbags up there, that'll stop that incoming. And you can hold your ground. Now, Molotov cocktails are great. But don't go throwing those things if you're in an apartment complex. You're going to burn the whole place down. Same with a trailer. You know, those things go up quick. So really think things through. I just want to make this quick video to have you thinking. You know, the best weapon you have is your brain. Use it. Also, you know, if you have no experience of stress, because a lot of people, they think they have a plan, and under stress they just freeze up. Get a job working security, and you will start, if you want to stay alive, you'll start paying attention to every little thing. You know, out of all the security alarms in the world, again, I like time-tested, primitive. Get dogs. That's the best alarm system. You know, I have multi-redundancy systems. But my dog, your dog will see and hear things you won't see. There's sometimes I will look at my dog and see where he's looking. With that, I just thought I would throw this out there, just make a quick video to have you thinking. Maybe get you a security job to where you are under stress. Now, you need to be careful doing that kind of work. I strongly recommend you get some training. Don't just go into it with no training, because that's dangerous. So get some MMA training, get some knife. Like I said, I have a lot of videos. You just go to my video list, scroll down. You'll find knife fighting. You'll find, I have a lot of stuff on my channel. With that, be aware of your surroundings. Anything, trust your instinct. If it don't feel right, then something ain't right. With that, it's the All-American Prepper. Stay strapped, stay ready, stay dangerous, and have a blessed day.